Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Life and Living. I'm your host, Shubhra, and I'm thrilled to have you here with me on this journey to discover how to live our lives with a bit more ease and a lot more joy. Thank you so much for the wonderful response to the last two episodes, where we talked about feelings of self doubt and the importance of mental health. Today, we are diving into something we all crave: happiness. Have you ever stopped to wonder why we are always on the run? From one goal to the next, chasing after promotions, bigger houses, more recognition. It's as if we are on a treadmill, never stopping to ask ourselves, is this making me happy? I've been there, and I'm sure many of you have too. This relentless pursuit of more is deeply ingrained in us. We are often conditioned to measure our worth by our achievements and possessions. But can we just take a step back and think about what true happiness really is? Let me share a little story. A few years ago, I was caught up in the rat race, always chasing the next big thing. But even after achieving my goals, I felt this emptiness inside. It wasn't until I started focusing on the simple pleasures of life, like spending time with loved ones, enjoying a good book, and practicing mindfulness, that I began to feel a genuine sense of happiness. I remember one evening sitting on my balcony with a cup of tea, watching the sunset. The sky was painted with beautiful hues of orange and pink. In that moment, I felt a wave of peace and contentment wash over me. It was simple yet so profound. Those are the moments where true happiness lives. Did you know? Studies have shown that happiness is more strongly linked to the quality of our relationships and our ability to live in the moment than to our material wealth. There was this fascinating study from Harvard, the Grant Study. This study tracked the lives of over 700 men for more than 75 years. It found that good relationships keep us happier and healthier. Not wealth, not fame, but close, nurturing relationships. Think about it. The laughter shared with friends, the comfort of a loved one's embrace, the joy of a deep, meaningful conversation, these are the moments that truly make us happy. Let's talk about how society affects our view of happiness. From a very young age, we're taught that success and happiness are all about material achievements. We are encouraged to chase after higher education, prestigious jobs, luxury cars, and big houses. And while there's nothing really wrong with aspiring to these things, problems arise when we start equating our self-worth and happiness solely with these external accomplishments. In today's world, social media has amplified this issue. We often find ourselves comparing our lives with the curated, often exaggerated lives of others online. This constant comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. But remember, social media is just a highlight reel. It's not the full story. Have you ever seen someone close, or even yourself, spending hours scrolling through social media, feeling like your life was somehow less exciting or less successful? But when you take a step back and focus on your journey, you will realize that happiness isn't about measuring up to others. It is about appreciating one's own unique path. Everyone has their own challenges, trust me, no matter how perfect their life looks online. Happiness often takes a beating when we find ourselves constantly trying to please others and seeking their approval. We end up shaping our actions and decisions based on what we think will make others happy or earn their praise, rather than focusing on what truly brings us joy. This endless quest for validation can leave us feeling drained and unfulfilled because we are neglecting our own needs and desires. It's important to remember that true happiness comes from within, from being authentic and true to ourselves. When we stop living for others' approval and start embracing our own journey, we open the door to genuine happiness and contentment. It is very important in today's world to know how to be mindful. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a really good way to discover one's happiness. It's all about being present in the moment, fully experiencing life as it unfolds without judgment. Mindfulness allows us to savor the simple joys of life that we often overlook. Whether it's enjoying a cup of tea, feeling the warmth of the sun, or listening to the birds chirp. These small moments can bring immense happiness. In his book, The Art of Happiness, the Dalai Lama emphasizes compassion and connection as key components of happiness. He says, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. This powerful statement highlights the importance of empathy and kindness in fostering true happiness. And how can I end today's episode without talking about the importance of gratitude? Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. When we focus on what we are thankful for, it shifts our mindset from a sense of lack to a sense of abundance. How can we make sure that we are grateful in life and we remember it every day? You can try this by maintaining a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a beautiful sunset, a kind gesture from a friend, or a personal achievement. Over time, this practice helps rewire our brains to recognize and focus on the positive aspects of our lives. As we wrap up today's episode, I encourage you to reflect on your own life. Are you living in a way that brings you true happiness? Or are you caught in the endless pursuit of more? Take a step back, breathe, and remember, happiness is already within you. It is just waiting to be acknowledged. Thank you for joining me today on Life and Living. I hope this episode helps you find a bit more joy and contentment in your life. Stay strong, stay kind, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. Remember, you're not alone. We are in this journey together, and we will figure it out one step at a time. Until next time, here's to life, here's to living, here's to us.